Warning, don't listen if it's a podcast you want. This is a Chumcast. Just your basic gabfest among chums. A little news, some entertainment, an annoying opinion or two, and, if you're lucky, maybe even a chuckle.
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
So it's time to buckle up. Whetstone Entertainment, in association with Is Chill Productions, presents Don't Listen, a basic Chumcast. And here are your hosts, Big Red and the Shebs.
Remember, everyone, just don't be yourselves.
It's showtime.
Nope, no showtime today.
No go time?
I quit.
All right, don't fire it up. Let's just call it a false start today.
Too many drugs.
And not enough hugs.
So I just want to need some eye contact here real quick before we get into this whole stupid thing we got to do here.
All right.
Give me eye contact. This is very serious.
Okay, I'm looking at you.
I can see through you, bro.
You can?
Yes, I can see into your soul.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I can do harm. Or I can actually do positive things, like I could fix your man boobs, and I could actually make you shine like the sun.
Oh, that's
No. Don't talk. You know why? Because I am an alien.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm a hybrid. I'm not a reptilian. I'm a hybrid alien.
Oh, you get good gas mileage then.
A big red hybrid.
Yeah, all gingers are pretty hybrids, right?
Well, knowing that I'm from a distant universe, I'm hoping that being honest with you right now is going to allow you, you're going to know now. You know now. I'm not bullshitting. An alien, not a reptilian, but a hybrid.
You're going to be honest with me now that we're on the air?
Because I want you to feel more comfortable knowing that I'm from a distant universe. I think it explains a lot about my behavior.
Yeah. I
right?
guess now that I'm thinking about it, yeah.
Come on now.
Okay.
Fact check it, yo. Facts.
All right.
Check it and wreck it.
And it's coming up as truthful. There you go.
Too many drugs, not enough hugs, bro.
Okay.
We got to hug it out.
Okay.
So you want to get into the monkey business here right now?
Well,
are you comfortable with me being an alien?
Yeah,
were you comfortable with me being able to see through you?
Yeah, actually was.
A lot of people aren't comfortable with that.
It's a warm feeling. I don't know.
Okay, good. That's the way it should be. It's a natural chemistry thing. I'm not coming at you.
All right.
But I can see through you.
All right. Are you going to introduce ourselves?
Yeah. I'm Big Red, the hybrid alien, and that's the Shebs.
Yeah.
And we do this thing called the Don't Listen Chumcast.
Yes.
And we kicked it off a couple of light years ago with season 1 that was nothing but a damn train wreck.
It was back in, January of 2024, season 1. So we started doing this for reals.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's keeping track.
I'm keeping track. It was a big moment in my life.
Okay, so they want us to talk about the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Right? Don't Listen Chumcast. They can go there and subscribe, and when they get there, they can see all of our full episodes, right?
Yeah, a lot of good stuff there. Absolutely.
And that's Don't Listen Chumcast on our YouTube channel, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
And it is alien friendly.
It's very, very friendly. Yes.
They can follow us on Facebook.
Yeah, Don't Listen Chumcast.
And they can donate. They can sponsor a segment.
Yeah, go to the web, don'tlistenchumcast.com.
And they can hear us on Sunday nights.
Oh, on the mountain.live. Globally, too.
And that's every Sunday night, no matter what, hit or miss?
Every Sunday night, 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific.
Okay, so they just handed me the disclaimer. So I have to warn everybody that if you enter, it's on you. You take responsibility for listening. It's a warning. It's a very serious warning. There are no safe spaces. Really? Absolutely not. It's toxic. It's next level stupidity. It will harm you mentally, and yes, it will harm you physically. And I know that's going to attract you to want to listen anyway, even though we're warning you, but we have to do this.
Well, Gen X doesn't care about safe spaces.
Thank God. This is legal purposes. We have to do this for legal purposes.
Okay.
And we proved to everybody who listened that for 100%, all completely factual, during season 1, our virginal flight, the maiden voyage of the first ever season of the DLC, that we are completely off are rockers.
Yeah, we were trying to figure this whole thing out. You know, I didn't even know if Izchild knew how to use the board or anything like that. It was just like, okay, let's give it a shot. Let's try it.
It was very toxic. But if I remember correctly, we did warn people then not to listen to.
Yeah, we knew we weren't that good at what we were doing. So
I don't think the problem is I don't think humans are really very experienced with this type of next level stupidity. Ready to get, they got to get ready. Everyone's got to brace themselves and get ready for all kind of cringy.
Yeah,
that's what we're bringing.
Yeah.
We bring the cringe.
Yeah.
Be careful. Just be very, very careful. The way we market this show, it's deceivingly marketed as this bullshit. Air quotes, random variety. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, a little news.
No.
Yeah.
Not.
Some interesting stuff.
We should say some bullshit. All
right.
The original Dumb and Dumber. There's nothing original about this show.
No, not really. No.
It's us. If we want to market ourselves, why don't we mark ourselves as just plain dumb?
Yeah, that's probably was a better fit, right?
Do not believe the hype. It's all marketing.
Yeah.
Listening to the mumbo jumbo, the psychobabble, the rambling nonsense.
Yeah.
This is a fiesta for fools.
Oh, yeah.
The first season of the DLC is 100% toxic.
Yeah, it's not that good.
And it's on record. It's public. It's illegal. It's embarrassing.
It's like Abraham Lincoln, there for the ages.
Damn.
Yeah.
Cringy at best.
Yeah. But it was, it was like, it was our baby. It's the beginning. It's like looking back through a photo album. It's kind of cool to, coming in here today on this off weekend, during our spring hiatus. And
man, do you believe your own bullshit? You gotta shut.
I am.
You gotta shut the fuck up. We are outside the realm of all reality.
Why do I have to shut the fudge up?
Because we're the alien nation.
Well, why is there a mic in front of me?
I don't know. I should turn that thing off.
All right, it's fine.
We are all that. Like everything that I've just described, toxic is at the top of the list. We are all that, and it's a lot. We could deny it. We could run from it. But instead, we're showing strength. We go into the darkness. We go into the light. Whatever it is, we embrace everything about our mutant dysfunction.
We do embrace.
We embrace to the full. This is chaos, and we're embracing it.
Oh, yeah. We do embrace it.
Let's just be honest.
Okay.
Just thank God that...
I'm a country boy.
No. Let's just thank God that a good train wreck is now super trendy.
It is kind of trendy, isn't it?
Thank you, God. Thank you, sponsors. Thank you, haters. Thank you, hecklers. Thank you all. We are so grateful. Thank you, Izchild. Thank you, Whetstone. Love. Love.
Ooh, love. Or a serious like. One of the two. Yeah.
Too many drugs.
Not enough hugs.
This is true unconditional love that I got right here, right now.
You are very popular within the group. Yeah.
Yeah, the haters. The haters love us.
No, they love you.
And I love them right back. It's emotional. It's a beautiful thing. It's cringy, super cringy. Welcome to the fucking jungle, biatches.
Yeah.
We're here for you. All the crickets, we're here for you.
Okay.
100%. Even if it's ugly.
So when are we going to start listening to...
All right. Let's look back at the virginal voyage. The blast off. The floating in the intergalactic, the no fears, the no tears, the no boundaries, just bumps, twists, some turns and some yanks and some jerks and a little blood.
A little blood.
Am I going over the top?
Yeah, I mean, the whole everybody behind the glass is looking at you going, what the hell is he talking about?
But I got all that stuff, but there's very little entertainment. Dramatic pause.
Oh, that was a good one. I like that one. That was really nice.
Breathe. Just breathe.
Yeah.
Close your eyes.
Oh, I'm in a safe space.
Strap in.
Yep.
Say a prayer.
Yep.
All aboard the crazy train.
Yep.
It's the Don't Listen Chumcast, the DLC, Season 1. Roll the tape, fire up the cringe, and remember, too many drugs, ain't enough hugs going around out there.
Here we go.
Giddy up, cowboy.
Really talented, so we really appreciate what they're doing.
We really do. And not only are we proud of them, but we're a proud example. We're going to show everybody that this Don't Listen Chumcast, that myself, Big Red, and the Chums, we are going to be a shining example of the complete failure of the public education system of California. We are the product.
We're poster childs.
We are why you should never educate your children in California.
Yeah.
This is what they turn into.
Yeah. Yeah. Two 50-somethings trying to talk about something.
And the show is about nothing.
Nothing and
everything.
And and we know we suck. So it's this, like we said when we started this, we told the Whetstone guys, this was actually supposed to be just for us.
That's right.
We know it's not good.
We don't care.
No, it's just for us. If people listen, they've been forewarned.
Oh, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Here you go. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be good. So we're going to take a look at famous people that have bad teeth.
Okay.
I love this. I love doing this research.
I am sure if we had 3 people still listening, they've just turned off the Chumcast. Yeah.
And you know who spawned this inspiration?
No.
Johnny Depp.
Oh, really? You were watching that whole trial?
It was during the Amber Heard thing, and I'm like, that dude has the shittiest teeth I've ever seen in my life.
He smokes, right? And he drinks, and he's just...
More cowbell.
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Step it up a little bit with Jump.
Oh, Van Halen.
Yeah.
The introduction of the synthesizer in rock music with Van Halen, right? That threw a lot of people off, but... they did it very well.
And it was in 84, and it broke up the band, right? Because David Lee Roth wasn't having anything to do with Eddie's synthesizer crap.
No, he wasn't. And then, of course, the title track on that album was 1984, that whole synthesizer intro, right? Coming in, yeah.
Amazing.
But Jump was a hit.
And Jump knocked off Culture Club's Karma Chameleon.
Culture Club. Oh, jeez. Talk about repeating lyrics over and over and over and over and over.
Talk about a phenomenon. We had girls at Carmel High School that just showed up like Boy George, dressed like Boy George overnight.
I know. I remember watching, there was an Oprah episode where she's interviewing
Boy
George. And then like every time they went to break, he would have to bolt backstage because the whole crowd would rush the stage. And security would be all there trying to hold everybody back. It's crazy.
Think about it. We had never seen anything like that. That came out of England's New Romantics era.
That's right.
Guys wearing lipstick, Duran Duran, all that, right? And we had never seen anything like that. And I thought the music,
freaking people out, man.
Dude, that music hit for some weird reason.
And that's when Poison started wearing lipstick, and Motley Crue started wearing it, and Twisted Sister. They all got started. It all influenced.
Taboo, Voodoo, and Boohoo.
Man, that is good knowledge.
I remember that episode.
So you not only were hiding the fact that you're a Laverne and Shirley expert.
Yes.
You are also spending a lot of time watching MASH.
Sherman T. Potter. Yes.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
That might get us a sponsor or two.
It may be, right? Just from that stupid knowledge.
Funny.
Wolverines!
Oh no. Is that how you're starting this one off?
Well,
you watched, that's an 80s movie, right? Did you really watch that?
Red Dawn, Wolverines!
All right. You watched Wolverines. All right.
When the Russians were attacking and all that.
Oh yeah. They clearly wanted to get the farm belt, right?
You know who was hot in that movie?
Who?
Leah Thompson.
I don't know. Hot. I mean, I'm not.
God, in that little next door neighbor,
Hot?
little next door neighbor, little hotness.
Jennifer Grey was in that. She's probably, but I don't know,
And Patrick Swayze looked like he was at least 20 years older than everybody.
Absolutely. But he's the older brother.
See Thomas Howell. Charlie Sheen was smoking crack up in the hills somewhere.
That's the but of course the old American enemy Russia, but this time backed by the Cubans. So the Cubans took the central part of the U.S. while the Russians took everything else.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was great flick.
You're a military historian.
Well, I'm great. 80s, right?
So
this is the only reason why we live right now is just to talk about the 80s.
Giddy up, cowboy.
On this day in history.
It's time for On This Day in History, and it's a biggie.
Oh, it's a biggie? Okay.
Yeah. In 1992, they sentenced Jeffrey Dahmer, that crazy ass weird mofo to 15 consecutive life sentences for murdering all those people in Wisconsin.
Are you sure he was that bad, or just wasn't? He was maybe a bit misunderstood.
The Don't Listen Basic Chumcast.
I can't even.
I don't know if you remember the Benifer egg, but that Benifer egg, when everybody in the tabloids was using the word Benifer, that was hatched after Ben Affleck and J-Lo co-starred in 2 box office bombs.
Yes, horrible ones.
Jersey Girl and Jiggly.
Yep.
Right? So the setup here is that, both of them were seriously in dire need of a career boost. They needed something. So my theory is that J-Lo, who has a little bit of history of hooking up with celebrities and selling it to the media, right? So I think that she I could be wrong, but it was sold, and Ben Affleck is all of a sudden appearing in her video, which was Jenny from the Block, right?
Yeah.
And she's selling it like there's some kind of a couple, right? They're selling that video, and that video reaches the world. That is number 3 worldwide. So immediately the curiosity, right? People's curiosity is sort of going a little bit. Then we have the announcement of the dating, then the engagement, then the breakup. All of that is very sellable in drama land, which is Hollywood, right? All of that is definitely very sellable. So the engagement, the breakup, I really think that they should give J-Lo an Oscar, like an award for the amount of relationships that she has been able to very convincingly sell to the American public, right? Now, this is kind of a no-brainer because the paparazzi is giving them all sorts of, publicity, free publicity. This is a great way. Marriages in Hollywood are great. Ask Brad Pitt. These are great ways to get your brand established and stir up the drama and get all the attention on you, right?
Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Who are you going to call?
Well, it's Big Red, but I'm not going to say Ghostbusters. That's just too cheesy.
Ghostbusters, man.
That was a movie back in the day, wasn't it? I mean, that just took the whole U.S. by storm. Took the whole world by storm, didn't it?
Yeah, those were some talented guys.
Yeah.
And Ray Parker Jr. stole that tune from somebody. I can't remember who he stole it from, but he stole it from somebody. But Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis were probably, the top geniuses in comedy at that time.
Yes. Yes.
But we're going to move on.
Moving on.
Who are you going to call?
I'm calling Big Red.
Okay. Well, I'm not answering.
You have the right to remain silent.
Coming up a little bit later. Also, we're unveiling One Bad Mother, which is a brand new segment. We're going to talk about Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. So buckle up.
All right, let's do it.
Dude, I think I was too young to go see Friday the 13th when it came out.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of horror flicks. Yeah.
Really? Oh, I was.
I had a dear friend who was. I would go to them, but yeah, I didn't. Just wrangled me up too much.
Really? Bad nightmares?
Yeah, I mean, I saw a triple feature once. Yeah.
Oh, did you? A triple feature? How much did you pay for that?
It's like $5.
Nice.
It was American Werewolf in London, The Howling, and then Wolfen.
Oh, yeah.
The Don't Listen Basic Chumcast.
I'm getting older. I'm losing my mind. So let's just get into the best of the raunchy comedies of the 1980s. I think that it's important to note that we're old, but I think it's pretty important to note that back in the 80s, we thought that the raunchier that you got, the better it was. Now, I know you had a problem with the whole gore and horror movie and all that, but what did you think about?
No, as a teenager, you went to see a movie to see a boob. You went to go see a movie.
Actual real boobs.
Yeah.
Dramatic pause.
And I like to say boobs again.
Actual real boobs were being showcased without judgment. Big, small, flat.
They got everybody in the theaters.
They were real. And we really wanted to see them. Natural.
This is all before the internet.
Oh my God. A beautiful thing. So we paid to see boning and boobs, not movies. If the word got out on the street, we were there.
Yes.
I'm not bashful. I'm going to admit the truth.
Yes. And talk about dramatic pause. Rent the VHS tape when it came out. Yeah. And they used the pause button a lot. Yeah.
See, there you go. Honesty. Open up. Go with the flow.
Blah, blah, blah.
I think that's where we're going with this. So the profound question coming out of today's Booyah Boom Shakalaka segment is, do the actions of these American corporations support freedom, or do they actually support slavery of the communist people in China?
Well, and it could be, I would take one more angle on that, is that, China needs the U.S. corporations too. It goes both ways. But having that tie to the U.S., but that huge economic tie, does that also prevent war? Does it promote peace, right? Does it, there's a lot more chips to lose if you're economically tied in with the U.S., is that, stop, make everybody second guess about invading Taiwan or that kind of stuff, right?
Oh, you're talking about a true partnership.
Yeah, I think there's, you have some of these ties, and there's some other ancillary benefits. But I think to your point, I
never thought about that. That's actually a good point. Like having a partnership, kind of going with the flow.
Yeah, I mean, if we had no interaction with China, go back to the the 60s and the 70s, where really there was no manufacturing, none of our businesses were doing business, doing stuff in China. Would China has less to lose, right? They can actually make some geopolitical decisions without worrying about the U.S. side.
I got to pose this question to you. So, do we really want to partner up with? I mean, I understand the economics, right? I understand the economics there, right? But do we really want to partner up with a country that is completely polar opposite in every possible way to the American value system, right? We're talking about mass surveillance. They surveil everybody over there. And now they got balloons in our freaking studio.
Sit your ass down.
Jason Voorhees. We're talking about Jason Voorhees, the star of the Friday the 13th. What do they call that? That is like
series or what, franchise.
Franchises, the ding ding.
Not to be confused with Mike Myers, right, of Halloween fame, right? They're kind of the two. Jason Voorhees is the guy wearing the hockey mask.
Hockey mask, right.
Right. Mike Myers is the William Shatner.
It started out with the potato sack. I got the whole history. Really? I got the whole history.
Well, lay it on these good folks out here, because they're they are dying for useless information.
So Jason's first appearance was in it was on a Friday the 13th in 1980. The reason why this guy turned out to be a total psycho killer is because he was bullied by campers at Crystal Lake, and they almost drowned him. And his only vulnerability is water. So Mrs. Voorhees, kill her, mommy. Remember her?
No, I'm not a fan of the movies.
Okay, she was a freak. The mom Mrs. Voorhees was freakier than Jason, I think. Well, after her son was bullied, she went back to the camp where she was a cook, and she murdered the bullies. She took care of them. And the camp was closed after the murders, and it was referred to as Camp Blood.
That's one bad mother.
Should Will Smith be in jail?
Okay, I will go vote.
I think the guy should at least have to do if I'm going to do 20 years and you're going to do 20 years, let's say Will Smith should do 10.
He should have been charged.
Come on, dude. Me and you do that, we're going to jail.
I know. Yeah, but the difference is that you want to go to jail.
I do not want to go to jail.
I don't want to go to jail either.
I don't even want to visit jail. I don't even want to sniff jail.
I think if you had to go to jail,
that's why I don't do anything illegal.
If you had to go to jail, would you want to just be kind of in the general population, or would you like to be in like solitary confinement?
Dramatic pause. That's a stupid question.
No, it's not.
I'm not going into solitary confinement.
But if you were framed by that girl at the Andrew Dice Clay show, right? She framed you for something, right? And you had to go serve 12 months. You want to be in general population? Or you want to be in
general population?
No, I don't. No, I'll take solitary confinement.
All right. Good luck down there. You don't see the sunlight. The rats eat your feet off.
No, it's just
they throw you a couple of kibbles.
It's not like the solitary confinement in Shawshank. I mean,
yes, it is.
No, you're just locked in your room. You got a little TV and you just hang out.
You got a little HD TV going on.
I got HTV. I got my computer. I got the internets.
I don't buy any of that.
Yeah, I'm not going to jail either. That's why I don't do anything.
Did you ever see the Kevin Bacon movie Murder in the First? See what happened to him when he went to solitary confinement?
No.
Oh, yeah. They tortured and abused him. You think that people are not going to torture and abuse your ass when you're in you're easy prey, dude.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to say I would hide out in solitary confinement.
Bye, Felicia.
Oh, my God. Welcome back, dude. If there's anybody left, I told everybody it was a train wreck.
Yeah, season 1 it was rough at the edges. Absolutely.
God, how did we even think that was a good idea?
Well, it sounded good on paper, and then we were kind of encouraged to do it and talked into it, but that was all right.
Yeah, the drugs helped out.
But we got everybody. I got to take a leak. You got to take a leak. Can we roll something let's give ourselves like a 30-second break here?
Yeah, let's do a 30-second dance party and then come back with more.
All right, here we go. Enjoy the music.
The Don't Listen Basic Chumcast.
This mind virus is no joke.
This is how we party.
Nothing, but a whole lot of nothing burger right here. Don't listen.
And we are back on the planet, back from the other universe that we spend most of our time in.
That's the toilet. Yeah.
I'm Big Red. He's the Shebs. It's the DLC, the Don't Listen Chumcast, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Well, we're showing people what we used to sound like, aren't we?
Oh, giddy up.
All right. So should we continue with the season 1 highlights?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and roll it.
Jesus, take the wheel. Don't listen.
3, 2, 1, jump!
So Hound Dog is still one of the biggest influences on the entire rock and roll genre. It was number 1 for 11 weeks in 1956. And that record stood for 36 years.
Wow. There you go. That's why the Osmonds kept playing Hound Dog on all their shows. So Jimmy Osmond, he loved playing that live.
It changed everybody. Jimmy, did you just say Jimmy Osmond?
Jimmy Osmond, yeah. When he was a little kid, he would sing Hound Dog.
Absolutely.
At all the county fairs.
The crickets don't even care about Jimmy who?
I think there's somebody out there
Dean.
who might, see
Jimmy Dean and his sausages are more topical than Jimmy Osmond.
Okay, there better be an Osmonds in the fishbowl. There better be something on the Osmonds in the fishbowl because that's a big part of our history growing up.
The only Osmond that I had 1 ounce of interest in was Marie Osmond. That's the only one. And I still have a little bit of interest in her.
Okay, yeah, no, she's fine.
Yeah, she is fine.
She's fine, but I'm just saying.
Jimmy, no.
Yes, but with Hound Dog, he played Hound Dog all the time. I'm just expanding that, just validating that you're correct on your facts that there was a lot of influence by Elvis Presley.
Okay.
Oh, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Brady Bunch did Sunshine Day.
Everybody's happy. Yeah.
Yeah, Sunshine Day.
Well, yeah, I'm also just saying the Brady Bunch went on tour too. They did the carnival circuit,
Yeah.
county fair stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they were doing a bunch of blow and smoking out and drinking
I'm just saying.
and banging Florence Henderson.
There you go.
I think Alice might have been a lesbian. She might have had a lesbian.
So we're doing Partridge Family versus Brady Bunch, right?
Yeah.
Clearly Brady Bunch is on top. I think by far.
Well, that's what you think. I'm going to go with my connection is with the Partridge Family, and that's strictly because Danny and I were both freckled redheads. There's a connection there that cannot be broken.
More cowbell.
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Anthony Michael Hall gets off to a great start with Vacation and Six Pack, and then in 84, it's on like Donkey Kong. In 1984, it's 16 Candles and No More Yankee Ma Wanky.
Automobile?
I mean, seriously, maybe my top 10 of all time.
Sure. Yeah.
So that kind of launches him in 84. I mean, look at the resume. Vacation, Six Pack, 16 Candles, 85, it's Breakfast Club and Weird Science.
Yeah, there you go. He's rocking it.
Who had a better 2-year run?
3, 2, 1, jump!
Brady Bunch facts. 69 to 74 was when they were on the air. Johnny Bravo was banging the entire cast. Even Mike. Dramatic pause.
There's no evidence of that.
Cindy actually had a lisp. She sells seashells by the seashore.
I can't stand that Buddy Hinton for teasing her. Forget it.
Buddy Hinton was a dick.
Yeah. Yeah. But then he came around, right? Because Peter really gave him a right cross, and that was all it took.
Yep.
His tooth was loose. His tooth was loose. You look, you lose my tooth.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Baby talk, baby talk. It's a wonder you can walk.
And Barry Williams, the guy who played Greg, he got high before many, many episodes.
Sometimes he crashes his car and gets a fat lip on an episode.
Sit your ass down.
That's the opening scene. I believe High Plains Drifter is the opening scene where he comes into town and he rapes the chick.
That's right.
Right off the top.
Right.
So Clint had this thing going on with raping chicks. That was in the Gauntlet in 77 too, even though he wasn't the raper. He was the one watching the rape in the boxcar.
Yeah.
In the Gauntlet. I don't know. I don't want to talk bad about the guy because he's done a really good job, but it is a sign of the times that Hollywood used to be able to show some horrific things, right? To get their point across.
Well, like we talked about before, 16 Candles, he's sleeping with a drunk chick, Anthony Michael Hall there.
Not happening.
Just saying.
Not happening anymore.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Ain't going to show that stuff now.
So, yeah. I mean, the sign of the times, right? And my dad was dragging me to all these films. I mean, they were second rate. I was going to see them at the Belmont for $2 or whatever. Dad wasn't paying retail to go see a film.
No, yeah.
But he was dragging me to this stuff. I remember we were at the Gauntlet, and I was like, oh my God, what is going on? And my dad was just like not making eye contact. He was, oh God, I probably shouldn't have brought him to this movie, that kind of thing.
The Don't Listen Basic Chumcast.
But my wheelhouse started with Every Which Way But Loose.
Yeah, I didn't really care for that one. It wasn't my gig.
I was brought up with this Clint Eastwood stuff, so anything Clint Eastwood was a big deal to me. So Every Which Way But Loose, Escape from Alcatraz.
Sure, they're a good one.
Tightrope.
Yep.
Pale Rider, Heartbreak Ridge, Firefox. I didn't like that.
I liked Firefox.
Yeah,
I was good. See, I was good with that one. Had an airplane in it.
And as we mentioned before, the Dead Kill, the Deadpool, which was cool. I thought that Ian.
That was a good one.
What was his name? What's the oh God, what's the guy's name? He's a big time actor now.
Who?
He does the Taken movies.
Oh, Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson was in the Deadpool.
Was he really?
He played the rock star.
Oh, nice.
That was murdering.
I didn't know
serial
that.
killer guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
There's a little trivia for you. I took that one directly out of my bunghole.
That was a good one.
It
Yes,
was.
and didn't smell.
No, perfumey.
Time to unplug and run.
Hammered before he had pubes. David Cassidy was a little bitch. $600 a week and he got a recording contract, and it was never enough. Dramatic pause.
Welcome to Crazy Town. All aboard!
Get that kind of political power without taking something.
I'm gonna give the edge to Donald on that.
I think I am too.
Yeah, I think Donald will do whatever. I don't know if Nancy's to that level. I mean, they're very. You remember Nancy's politics and political power is based on not a national vote, right? It's a local vote. It's the
district in San Francisco she represents.
Yeah, so there really are two different types of animals, but.
Is what puts you let me just ask, is what puts you into the Donald Trump, is his vote, casting your vote for Donald Trump, is that the fact that he says that we should just grab their pussies?
Sure. Yeah. yeah. It's
Can you imagine?
I think it's all about him, right? So it's obvious. I mean, he's just about himself.
Well, right? I'm going to just say this much.
So I would think if something would benefit him regardless, right? I mean, look how just from his relationships with his wives and
Stormy Daniels,
it's everybody's kids. I mean, it's just.
If you look at his resume, if the becoming president was based on a resume, there's lack of respect for women. There's bankrupting the Taj Mahal and every other, piece of land you've ever inherited money, never earned his own money, got it from his dad. If you look at that, there's no way that a guy like that becomes president of the United States, which is really the ruler of the free world.
But also remember, he knew more about Afghanistan than any of the generals. No one knew more about Afghanistan than he does. So again, when you have statements like that, you say, hey, yeah, all right. He knows most about, he knows more than generals do, so let's vote him in.
He's half Afghani. Schwarzenegger versus Stallone.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Two of probably the biggest movie stars in the 1980s. In their remarkable careers, Sly has grossed $1.8 billion. Arnold is at $1.7 billion, but Arnold has had far less films. Remember his break. He came to California to be our
governor. The governator. That was that was not during our youth and government days, was it? No. We were out of there by then. Yeah, that was after.
So, they did about the same, 1.8 billion to 1.7 billion, but you got to eliminate those 8 or 10 years or however long.
Where he didn't produce. Okay.
Where he didn't do any kind of films. So looking at the scope of both of these careers, it actually could take moons because they really owned the 1980s. But let's start with Stallone. Stallone's numbers, they're no joke, right? And we're just taking the 80s, right? But Rocky II was in 1979.
Okay.
We start with Nighthawks in 1981.
Mm-hmm.
And Escape to Victory, which was also known as Victory, right? That was with Pele and Michael Caine.
Yep, that was the soccer one, right?
Right. That was in 81. Those are Nighthawks and Escape to Victory are both in 1981. $48 million combined on a $15 million budget. So he's making money right out of the gate, right? And this is after Rocky. So by the way, Rocky was in 1976. Fist was in 1978 with Rocky II in 79. So 3 winner films are already under Stallone's belt.
And don't forget, he's got the Academy Award, right? He's got the statue, right, for Rocky?
You might be right.
Yeah. I mean, so he's, and Arnold hasn't gotten one of those. So I'm just saying, but that was, early on, right? That's his.
Yeah, right out of the gate, he's on fire.
He's on fire.
Right. So, and then in 1982, it's already time for Rocky III.
Giddy up, cowboy.
Well, it is the Don't Listen Basic Chumcast. I'm Big Red. He is the Shebs, and we are kicking back in our Carlos Club studios.
Carlos Club.
Did you ever spend any time there?
I went there a couple times with some older of my parents' friends. Yeah.
I thought you might be scared to go there.
And I have a cousin-in-law who used to work there.
Did you ever pick up on the fine, fresh, vomity urine smell that was in that bar?
I never did. No.
So I take it way back. I'm a San Carlos kid. So before I was even legal, that was a place you could go to get drinks, right? So across the street,
underage stuff. You could sneak in there and.
Oh yeah, across the street was the MBJ Ranch Room, which was a pizza joint,
right?
And the guy there would give us pitchers of beer, no problem. Then we would go across the street to the 1139 Club. Do you remember the 1139? Older women with the hairspray.
Kind of sounds familiar, but yeah.
Older women with the thick glasses, the hairspray, and the cigarettes.
Because that was the generation, the makeup of really San Carlos at the time. In the 80s, it was like my grandparents. It was the older, where Laurel Street, the main street, had a lot of polyester type stuff, right?
You walked into the 1139, and there was immediately that smell of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Right? That fog. And the lady sitting at the bar would have her hair sprayed hair and her long fingernails.
The Don't Listen Basic Chumcast.
Really, Dawson kind of hung his hat on that British charm, right?
Yeah. Yes. It had the carnation, gave the ladies a nice little kiss. Yeah. It was the classic.
Yeah, the flirtation was sort of legendary.
Hello, darling.
Yeah, this flirtation was pretty legendary, and it made everybody kind of want to be a player. So he may have made his mark, on Hogan's Heroes and whatever, but really, it was that pinky ring and Family Feud.
Yeah, there you go.
It was before the Running Man.
Yeah. No, yeah, he was the good guy there. And then Running Man, he became a bad guy.
Ugh, shut the up.
People need to see what's happening with the officials, right? I don't want to. I just say follow the money, right? That's my thing.
And I agree with that. Follow the money.
Yeah. So anything American, this is just my philosophy.
Follow the money.
Anything American that is generating $4.5 billion per team. There's 30 teams. Do that math, and you tell me there ain't a little corruption going on inside of that. Anything that's American that has got that kind of money, it is going one way or the other. It is going to be skewed one direction or the other direction because there is nothing with that amount of money involved in it that is pure.
Bye, Felicia.
Okay, so that train wreck is going to leave a mark. I am going to be unable to unhear any of that.
Yeah, and it wasn't. It's an odd. Again, it's an odd bunch of stuff.
It's a different feeling once your brain absorbs that sort of cringe.
All right, we got to take another break. This is we got to try to re-cue some. We got to find some good highlights. Do we have anything?
Yeah, let's take a break. I need a drink.
Let's regroup, get some cocktails, and we'll be right back.
Don'tListenChumcast.com.
You've been corrupted, hijacked, and exploited. Don't listen.
This is how we party.
Nothing, but a whole lot of nothing burger right here. Don't listen.
More hugs and less drugs. I'm Big Red. He's the Shebs. It's the DLC. And I think we're about out of here.
We're almost there. We got one more block. Hopefully there's some gold nuggets in this this final block of season 1 highlights.
Let's hit it. Don't hold your breath.
There's never enough booze to get through this shit. Don't listen.
More cowbell. We're talking about the best video games in the arcades in the 1980s. What comes to your mind?
Boy.
What's the first one that comes to your mind?
Oh,
just in the 80s.
Asteroids.
That's the first one?
Yeah.
Not Pac-Man?
No, that's right there. But yeah, I was much more of an Asteroids guy.
Were you the high scoring type of guy that sat there all day on Asteroids?
No, I'm not. You can't imagine how long someone can go on that thing. But
the interesting thing about this research was that, honestly, in the 80s, you had to get off your ass. You had to get up, get out of your house, unless you were into Pong. You had to get up, get off your ass, and go to an arcade.
Yeah.
To play, right? Yeah. The video game deal had not blown up in your house in the early 1980s.
No, you had the basic Atari stuff, right? But I liked, Space Invaders. I never liked the ones I didn't like. I just remember never liked the Centipede. I never got that, understood what that's about. But
I played it if I had to wait.
Yeah,
to get on my favorite game.
I like the Asteroids, the Pac-Man. I understood. I liked the football one. The one that had the big roller ball right in the middle of the console.
Yeah.
And you break a free and you're just slapping that thing, trying to go as fast as you can.
We would go Pong for us just wasn't cutting it. I think we got my dad did not buy that for us early on, but I can remember going to Great America and barely going on any rides at all.
Oh, really?
All we did was play games in the arcades.
Oh, it's on like Donkey Kong.
So Motley Crue is interesting, right? They come out of this, LA glam rock scene, right? Yeah. Everybody knows. I mean, but really,
but glam rock had a spectrum, and they certainly were to the extreme side of the spectrum. Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you were into guys, teasing their hair up with hairspray and that were wearing leather outfits and that were, putting a bunch of makeup on, these were your guys.
There you go.
They were part of the pioneers. They were partially responsible for that entire decade of decadence that happened in LA.
And of the four, all had dark hair except the front guy who was a blonde. And that always kind of just a trademark had him stick out,
So that's true. That's true.
If you think about it, right?
One look at Motley Crue today, and you definitely know that they have a seat at the board of directors in our little crazy town here on the Chumcast. But the craziest thing may be that they're all still alive.
Just the latest batch of insanity. Don't listen.
3, 2, 1, jump!
I don't even know if I believe half the stuff those Tommy Lee and Six, what's his name?
It's all Nikki Sixx. Yeah, it's all true. All true.
Every time they've got a book or a movie or something coming out, the stories ooze.
Yeah, and Vince Neil wanted to challenge Axl Rose to a fight, like we're in 6th grade.
I would have loved that.
Interesting.
I think Axl Rose is a pussy.
Oh, really?
And Vince Neil's too fat. He can't handle anything.
Well, back in the day, though.
Yeah, back in the day, I think that Axl Rose's anger might have carried him.
That's his
emotion.
Yeah, and he's the guy jumping in the crowd and fighting people too. You have seen those videos.
Don't listen. It's a mind virus.
So the ownership group is 51% Indian tribe and 49% whatever. So they get no taxes in the state of Nevada.
That's how you work it,
dude. The Indians of all people deserve it, man. We treated those guys like shit.
Trail of Tears. Will get no argument from me. Every now and then I watch the Aerial America. At any time through the Midwest, there's always showing some scene where we screw the Indians.
Oh my god,
they really.
It's so bad. I'm actually glad Custer got his ass kicked.
Yeah, he probably
deserved it.
He was probably mooning those guys. You know what I mean? And he deserved to get an arrow right there.
He did something.
Insane in the membrane.
I'm they'll know everybody, what you're spending, and no free drinks for these people come in there and sit at the nickel slots, right?
Yeah, there's no nickel slots. And the other thing that's gone is no comps. No comps to shows. You're not going to get any comps. That's just not happening. It's now, like I said, it's Disney, and what happens in Vegas never stays in Vegas.
No, but
people all babble about what they do in Vegas.
They have to be filled with idiots who think they're bigger players than they actually are, going in and making a low room reservation, trying to say, they'll upgrade me. They'll upgrade me when I get there, and they try to play themselves up as a big spender. And you can just see these people there. You just think they're bigger players than they actually are.
It's hard for me to stomach those people.
Yeah, no,
because I've been that person.
Oh, you've gotten upgraded?
I've been
or asked for upgrades and you didn't get them?
Yeah, no, I've been on both sides of that.
Okay,
that story. Do have a little bit of a surprise.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I want to show you something.
Oh, excellent.
I want to show you something on my body.
Okay,
Here you go. I'm not.
We need a dramatic pause here.
There it is. You want one?
Guys.
How do you like that?
He's wearing a sports bra.
How do you like that? Huh?
Hey,
oh my God.
Hey, if it fits and you must have quit.
It doesn't really fit that great. I have to tell you.
It's kind of pinching you a little bit there.
It's a little.
I thought sports bras were not supposed to pinch you.
How do you like my tan and my cleavage?
It's
Sit your ass down.
Okay, now we're talking.
So now it's everywhere, right? You go to Las Vegas, the whole place smells like pot. You go to downtown San Mateo, the whole place smells like pot.
Yeah.
You go to the Hillsdale Shopping Center, it all smells like. Out here in the Bay Area, there's a pot shop like every other freaking nail salon.
Yeah,
they're everywhere. So the only point that I would make about pot was it was kind of fun back in the 80s because you had to be connected. You had to have a dealer. Like you had to know somebody who knew somebody who could get it for you, right? So not everybody was getting baked.
Yeah, no, it was there was a mystique about it if you got it.
But now everybody's baked. You look around and everybody's baked. They're either eating a gummy, they're either vaping it, or they're doing something right. It's like, dude, not everybody needs to be baked. They're already stupid.
Just go to the store and buy some. It's
show your ID.
That's it.
And get your pot.
The Don't Listen Basic Chumcast.
Who let the dogs out?
He reigned supreme over if the price is right. From 1972 to 2007, that's 6,726 episodes of Come On Down.
Just the longevity right there, right?
Yeah, in 82, he started ending the show by saying, have your pets spayed or neutered, which you were mentioning in the production meeting.
I mean, you got to get neutered.
In 87, while he was hosting the Miss USA, he requested for the prizes for the contestants to not have anything to do with fur, right? No furs.
Okay, yeah.
None of that, right?
Got the animal stuff going, huh?
And the producers refused, so he walked.
Oh, really?
So he had something going on with the animals that's very respectable.
Yeah, yeah.
High morals.
Yeah.
High morals.
With animals, yeah.
Yeah.
Better press the eject button right now.
Are you ready?
Was really in a class all by itself in 1985. It was the most watched TV special of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time. And Bob Geldof, was a complete genius. He was so brilliant. He refused to release a video because he felt that the concert should be remembered as a once-in-a-lifetime event that people only got to see one time.
Yeah.
He didn't know anything about YouTube.
Not back then, right?
Yeah. And this is happening at Wembley and in London, and it's also going on in Philadelphia.
Right. 2 venues that kind of back to back, right? So one big show in 2 continents.
Yeah, 16 hours. Like Queen really kind of stole the show.
Sure.
Bye, Felicia.
Oh, and we are so out of here. Fernando's is calling our names.
That last block was better.
So, well, it doesn't matter. They need to, the crickets, whoever's listening out there, they do need to know that we have season 3.
Season 3 is coming up. Yeah.
Renewed.
We're all set to record here in the next week or so.
And if they need to sponsor anything, they contact us at don'tlistenchumcast.com. Sunday nights, they can catch us on the mountain.
Yep. Sunday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific.
And they need to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Don't Listen Chumcast.
And follow us on Facebook.
Don't Listen Chumcast.
And that does it for us. I think that's all the business, right?
That's all the business.
Okay, so that does it for us. We just want to remind everybody that if you're having any thoughts of suicide, call the Suicide Prevention Hotline at 866-903-3787 and try to remember that everything we want is on the other side of fear.
Bye, Felicia.
Don't listen. A Basic Chumcast has been an exclusive presentation of Whetstone Entertainment in association with Is Chill Productions. Subscribe, follow, like, and share us while on your favorite social media hangouts and our YouTube channel. We're not into begging, but if you like us, review us and support us by continuing to check us out on your favorite podcast platforms. Find more fun and hit us with your feedback at don'tlistenchumcast.com.
Yeah, that's fantastic.